Hello, friends. Welcome. Sail Happy Home. I'm happy to be here with you today. It's Monday, March 29, 2026. And I just threw out a video on the YouTube channel there and the Sail Happy Home on TikTok if you're interested about walking and about my super aging weight loss journey and where I'm at with that right now. And I got to say, I was walking. I wanted to see how long it took. It took 18 minutes. But the entire walk around, up and down, I only got like 1,300 steps. I feel cheated. I really do. But I know now, okay, because I'm trying to, reach that 10,000 steps a day goal, you know. So I thought, well, let's see what one walk around the block does. If I can get some of those steps in, that'll rock that out. That'll be great. But I really am a shut-in. I don't like being outside. It's too, I don't know, it's too bright. But the birds, oh, I could listen to the birds and commune with the wildlife all day. But that's not what I want to talk to you about. What I want to talk to you about, you know, when people think of racism, they think of racism as hating on somebody because of the color of their skin or their ethnicity and discriminating against them, meaning you're not going to serve them in your place of business. You're not going to offer them a seat on the bus. Rosa Parks, we all know that story. Hopefully, your teachers are still adequate enough to teach that in school. Denying them credit, denying them a home, denying them renting an apartment or whatever based on the color of their skin or their ethnicity. But there is a side to racism that we need to get out there into the world and slam it out and shove it down people's throats. Because there is a side of racism. People are not looking at this as racist, and it is. And it's everything that these left-wing, lunatic, radical, no kings protesters and the Democrat Party and the politicians who are running that party right now, they are so racist, it's sickening. Yesterday, I could not believe it. I was watching a video online about some roaming reporter in Minneapolis. I think it was the Minneapolis one, where they were walking around talking to people about why they were there. Okay, why are you here? Why are you at this No Kings rally? Well, one lady, and she looked really old, but if you looks are deceiving. There is a runway model. She's one of my mentors, and she's got a weird French name. I cannot remember her. Carmen Della something anyway. She's 94, and she still runs the runway. Stunning, spectacular woman. You'd never know she was 94. So I don't know how old this woman was, but she was shriveled up and short and potchy and gray hair. And she was asked by this reporter about why she was at the No Kings rally. Sorry, I'm doing multiple things at once. And he said, I've noticed that there's no people of color. I'm here looking up and down these blocks. I don't see anybody of color. I don't see anybody here except a bunch of white people. Why do you think that is? And this human abomination said it's because they can't afford to come here. They don't have jobs because they can't get cars because they don't have driver's licenses and they don't know how to get them. That is the Webster Dictionary textbook definition of racism. Look at them like house pets. Look at someone as completely incapable and dependent on you, superior white people, to do the work for them. She has to get out there and threaten the lives of ICE officers, highly trained ICE officers, with obviously her limited IQ and God knows what else she's limited with. They have to get out there and protest because you're incapable of fighting for your own rights. Apparently, her public school didn't teach her about the civil rights movement, about MLK, about anything to do with the nuances of racism. It is sexist to say that women can't navigate the state and county systems to change her name upon marriage. It is incomprehensible to think this way. And I know a lot about racism because I was born and raised by a man who was so racist, he was violent about it. I used to call him, under my breath, a Klan wannabe. He and his buddies would talk openly and routinely about wishing they had two of them chained to the tree in the backyard. Yeah, that's how extreme. They would make jokes about going out and harassing people they perceived to be gay or people of color. I know racism. And my dad always believed that they weren't capable, that they were less than human, that they needed white people to control and guide them, or they would not survive. That actually is starting to put bile in my throat, like I want to puke right now. I hope that there is a person of color or of an ethnicity of color that will or did confront this woman. Racism isn't just obvious, blatant, riding around with white sheets over your head or denying somebody's service. It is a mentality, a privileged mentality that because your skin is not their color, you are superior, that you have all of the means and the tools necessary to get through life and they do not, and that now they need you to protest. Jane Fonda was at the protest in Minneapolis, a waste of human oxygen and skin. She, was out there screaming and hollering. Mazie Hirono, that Hawaiian senator, put her foot in the mouth, she put out a post slandering Trump, saying, I don't know why he thinks he's a king. He's no king. He's no royalty. He doesn't know. And then a couple of Republican senators who saw that responded and said, great, so now you see it the right way. You see that he's not trying to be a king. You see that he's not doing everything you say he's doing. Now can you publicly admit that so that we can put an end to these protests? I thought that was hilarious. And a video is going around, a very old video, I think it was from 2014 maybe, of Hakeem Jeffries just going nuts about how much he loved Trump. This is actual, factual, physical evidence that proves beyond the shadow of a doubt that these people are doing this for money. They're not doing it for any other reason than power and money. And it gives them a hard on because they are racist. They want illegals here so that they can control and manipulate them. They need us, superior people, to give them everything, to lift them up. That's why they're doing it, out of racism, not out of helping oppressed people. These are disgusting abominations of humankind, and they are racist, racist, racist. Schumer, Schiff, Mazie Hirono, Jeffries, all of them. They are racist because they believe that because they are of their economic status or their color of their skin or whatever, that they are superior to black people and people of color. And that superiority means that they must carry the weight for you, black people, brown people, red people, that they have to carry the weight for you. They're trying to put themselves up there with Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi. Really, it's absolutely sickening. What that woman said at that No Kings rally was as racist can get. That black people, and she specifically said black people are probably not there because they don't have jobs. And they don't have jobs because they can't get cars, and they can't get cars because they can't get driver's licenses. So let that sink in. These rallies aren't about human rights. They're not about doing the right thing for your fellow Americans. It's about promoting and propagating extreme racism. And the politicians that were there, Bernie Sanders was screaming at the rally over on the East Coast about, tax the rich and so on. Do you know that man has 7 homes and none of them are under $1 million? He is considered a billionaire. And he has the audacity to stand there and say that he can tap into the feelings of the paycheck people? No, he can't. They're hypocrites and they're racists. These are bad, bad people. They are sick. They need to be committed to a hospital for medical care and treatment. To think that a fellow American doesn't have everything that you have simply because of the color of their skin. Where are we? Is it 2026 or is it 1956? Where is this brainwashing coming from? Because it needs to stop. So anyway, I got to get to work. It's Monday. I call it the Monday Fun Day Do-Over Day. It's going to be a busy one because we got a lot of people out this week, so we're going to be short-staffed dramatically, and that's actually to the benefit because it gives us a little more work and then we don't get bored and clock watch, which I'm notorious for doing. Yeah, so that was my rant for the day. And until next time, do good and be good.